Hello, hello, bruh. Hi, 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 hi. How's it going? Wow, 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 wow. I did a challenge today. What did you do? What was the challenge? You caught 5 legendary and 5 ascended fish without a lure. Impressive. Nice caught. Nice caught. Oh man, it's so nice here. I favored by the RNG, Drew. Are you? Are you now? Alright, I won't doubt your words, Magic Man. I haven't been favored by the RNG in ages. I too wish for the sweet RNG gods to bless me. But I'm all out of gold in Guild Wars 2, so I get them. Did you hear, by the way, that they're working on a Guild Wars 3? What do you think about that, Tiny Pixie? Yes. Well, it's nothing official, but there's things floating around about Guild Wars 3 being in production. And that's probably also why they were looking for so many different, like, game designers and everything. That would also explain why Guild Wars 2 seems to not be having as much in-game support as it used to, or in the development stage of the game. I mean, that's more impossible than GTA 6. I know, I know. GTA 5 is still a pretty big game, isn't it? People like to roleplay in that quite a lot. I can see why, since it gives you so much freedom in what you do. Heard the news about Guild Wars 3? Yeah, I was just talking about it. Oh no. Hi. Wow, we're just kind of chilling here. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. I spawned into an ERP group today. I got traumatized. Wait, where? Where did you spawn in that happens? Was it in Divinity's Reach? I don't even think there's... I don't even remember RP group or like ERP groups being around. Luckily, they didn't try to reproduce with me. And that's the Duke Nukem attitude. Alright then. I wonder if Oryx is gonna join me. What's Oryx doing? Alright. Let's get up. Last we left off, we were up to some shenanigans and got ourselves some scales which make us immune to those towers that turn people into goo. Well, their brains, anyway. It'd be funny if you got close to a tower and it turns into goo. The real 5G tower experience. Hi, Yaya. Look at that funny little fella. Oh my god, that smile is wide. Yoop. How long this guy is. Joker. Chester, actually. Sound bell goes in. Oh no, don't take me back. Kral and Grahatia were having a pleasant conversation until you barged in. Well, excuse me. Oh, there you are, feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the stadium. No, to the studium, as it happens. Let me increase the quality. The quality bad? I feel like my stream quality is fine at the moment. It looks okay on my end. I wanted to try and speak with the scholar, Monty Shane, and thank him for coming to our rescue in the rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following. Oh, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find out we'd already departed for Fafnir. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. You were watching in 160p. That is unviewable, of course. Yes. 160p. You can count the pixels I am made out of. My sound is probably like bit crunched. 720p, man. Since we're still waiting for Stoll and the others, I thought now's the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Yeah, sure. And then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alfino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering the recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a while. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Wait, you're playing Final Fantasy? I thought you were playing Minecraft. Today we're going to be building a lovely little alcove down by this hillside. We are going to have to, of course, tear down its entire building first. Alfino's doing some practice. Heading out for a stroll? Yeah, I'm following Crow. The Skolok himself was here. In that case, what are you waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alfino, of all people worrying over his reputation. Alfino, of all people worrying over his reputation. And that's our alma mater, no less. No wonder. Will wonders never cease? You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. I wonder what Van Daniel's up to. Did anyone notice that his voice changed? Like, during that last cutscene where he was standing around with Xenos? What was that? Was this in trouble with the original voice actor? That's weird. It bugged me. Since his voice actor was so flamboyant, he would dance around the screen talking to people. And the other one was kind of, eh. Don't know, maybe he was sick. Here it is. Phenomenon. Phenomena. While I expect you to make note, I expect you made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of aetherological phenomena, hence the name. Though the aether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then in the 432nd year... Oh wow, that's weird. That's a weird way to read it. In the 432nd year of the Sixth Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane, the occult, astronomy, and countless other fields standing proud as Sharlayan's foremost educational institute. So where's the murdering and war crimes? We'll get to that. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed. I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited the same foppish speech. This is his undying love for his old stomping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the Studium, graduated with the highest honors in magical arts and aetherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on. You both joined the Studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered a half a year before me. Nor that I do well enough to graduate with honors, and I'm certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. Spoiler alert, did you know that Lillifels are small? I don't know. Kind of big to me. Taking up a lot of space here. Hello there, Nexus-kun. Yas, how are you all? I'm a little bit tired, but I had a nap, and I feel a lot more refreshed. I have been very busy. I mean, I do the red panda standing pose when scared. In all respects, have I ever seen... in all respects I've ever seen this shadow, if nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levieux began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapade. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat more welcome here than when we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. We are going to use his studies against them. Oh, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for the scholar... wow, it's weird seeing scholark. I don't read that word very often. First things first, let's look for the scholark Montaigne. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering whensoever his winds take him. Wheresoever. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. He's going to be on the roof somewhere. Kind of hiding up there, out of reach, out of sight. I don't want to go back to school. I do kind of see what you mean with the red panda pose. That was Alphino Levieux, wasn't it? The Alphino Levieux. And he's of his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! I mean, I guess you could do that. Oh, sorry. Did you say you were looking for the scholar, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Alioff, Aliapo, should have a better idea. I like the names in this game. I love them. But they also get a bit weird, like... Kind of looks like you just kind of spammed on a keyboard. Unskinwid. Time to bust in on some lessons. Ooh, nice here though. Key Aliapo. Are you lost? Wandering in the streets, perhaps? Wandering off the streets, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, ain't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to the Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right. Books! And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal with here in the Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they'll come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we'll send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pies of this, tongue of Giganto that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of the students are trying to accomplish. This being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you. But I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the Skolok's whereabouts. I beg your pudding? You're not a gleaner? Then this was an elaborate ruse? No, wait. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to the Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see on the opposite side of the entrance, it's a laboratory of sorts. It's a laboratory of sorts. Home to many rare and expensive curios. Not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Ha! In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Skolok has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Oh man. Hello, Boric. You are very... What's up with you? Oh dear, am I ever going to find a craftsman for the professor? Oh, I'm sorry, man. You gotta deal with your own problem. There's no marker above your head. Alright, we go this way. I was promised blood-curdling screams. Where are they? Yes, the Skolok was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he was down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums. Oh, okay. Excuse me for a second. Yes, thank you.
Ah, I remember you.
Do you? To be fair, I imagine it'd be hell hard to
an
get.
inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student.
You wouldn't know the half of it. But I love them. They hung out with me and brought snacks.
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
What was that wink for?
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the forum, I am sworn to secrecy.
Alright then. Keep your secrets.
Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic.
I still think that their grand plan is to launch everything up into space so they could relocate there. On the moon!
As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the forum.
How is that even possible?
Well, magic.
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
I really want to know what's happening down at the lower layers. It sounds so interesting. Oh no, we're back at school.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
I see you looking at me, so I'm going to have to give you an answer, ain't I? Corporeal ether?
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked.
Are you paying attention? This will be on the test.
Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
Welcome to the Hyperdrome? My answer is 42. Hi, Hobby Fox. Hello. How? We're in school again. We're learning.
Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
The SCP
Blot out
Foundation.
everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
That was the calamity, wasn't it?
The 7th Umbral Calamity.
Yes. I'm smart. See? I know this.
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation.
I do still love that they made the first version of the game shut down. Such a canon event.
Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process.
By the way, how are you guys doing? Do you have sandwiches? Do you have enough water? Remember to hydrate.
Unnecessary.
I want a
evil.
sandwich.
You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty.
Pat, oh nuts.
Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew.
I'm so glad that they know exactly what happens when you die.
Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form.
Well, sorta. I think it's still up in the speculation, but...
Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
But we did kind of have a first-hand experience on that.
Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Key Aliapo.
I knew
She's
it.
well
I knew
known
the
among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
They are going to take me into forbidden places, let me tell you. That was a loud laugh. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing well still, Onox. It's probably very hard to deal with. Wow. A capital idea? Carl is still digesting a rather hefty portion of food for thought. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives. And the mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny. I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with Ki Aliopo, as the Skarlark suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Also share a burger with him, that boy is hungry. He deserves all the burgers in the world. Best boy, best boy, best boy, best boy. Let's go here. What have you guys been up to today then? At the moment, before I started the stream, I had a pretty long nap because I might have overdone it a little bit with the 9-hour stream that I did yesterday while I was making my PNG tuber for Voices of the Void. So I had a nap just to kind of get some more energy back and decided, hey, well, you know what? I'm going to tweak my PNG tuber a little bit more, and now I think it's absolutely perfect for whenever I do that stream, which I believe Noxian Oryx would like to do that tomorrow. Just been cleaning for guests coming tomorrow, and now just relaxing with Final Fantasy. A good time, yeah. And I always feel so nice after cleaning, don't you? I should do some cleaning. Not today, not tomorrow, but soon. Yes, it does wonders for your mental state. Yeah, it does. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. I expected news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Linza Laminza. I just have a hard time getting motivated at the beginning. Yeah, it's starting that's difficult. But when you start and you have like... I at one point when I was cleaning, I had the entire story of Resident Evil on a playlist. And I just kind of listened to that while I was working. It's good. So the time has finally come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan. But let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Yaha. Let's try by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Fine. It's not like I'm doing anything else around here. But that's because you're a loner, you sexy, sexy boy. Phew! I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain, though. Vitra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I've little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consulting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers and, as I await from word. This sentence messed me up. Wow. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news on our own to share. Wow. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. Tolinza Laminza. You know, I used to not be able to say Limza Laminza for the longest time. When I started playing the game, everything was so new. Oh, what a fresh little sprout I was. Kind of makes me want to make like an emote that you can use points for to have a sprout appear above my head instead of a commander tag like Noxie. Just a spinning sprout. I could ask Noxie if she could make that for me. I kind of like that. That way you guys can call me a newbie. Thousand kill! What a ripoff. I forgot about the eggs everywhere. What's happening here? Oh, it's just very busy. Hi, Storm Sergeant. Ah, I was told to expect you. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seer and the Sultana, three of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you to them? I must mentally prepare for this. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we're honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn that we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? We're going to nuke the towers. It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Sharlayan, the allied nations have been engaged in separate fronts, with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge of abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have been given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Razatan has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace. And it is you, the Scion of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. Hi, Alex! These brave few will be Ilzabard's contingent. To think such progress has been made in such a short span! Its objectives are twofold. The first, to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They served the Telophoroi every whim. They served the Telophorois every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering. Not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I only ask that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation with only death without end. Sorry, my cat just meowed. Hey, Picky. Hey, Cookie. Little meowy baby. Whoa. There can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, and on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred de Rianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said of the Telophoroi, we're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. Oh my god, meowy baby! What's up? What's up, Cookie? Hey? I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide us and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Ishtola's analysis of the towers. Influences... Oh, there. Sorry, hold on. Hey, baby. What's up? Oh, baby. This would appear to be substantiated by Stola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the largest spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. But what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Do we have a choice? Don't look at me. Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For glory! I want blood! My character says it like, for honor and glory. Couldn't have put it better myself. Ishtola, Frankfurt, and Urianger have already pledged their support, and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warding scales back to Alenigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Robon and Lord Emerick are also overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before you the Teletheroi, so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as good as you left it, or better upon your return. Okay, time for war crimes. Yippee! Yippee! I'm sorry about those boobs. They are very prominent, aren't they? Titty. Hi, Skella. Titty is the one thing you don't have, because you're made out of bone. Unless you have Skellabone. Like, titty bone. Do you have titty bone? Titty bone bone. Titty bone bone. Cry. What are you looking at? What, the top of the tower? Ah, the Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emerick be leading the contingent? Regretfully, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into cohesive units. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, this was a fair amount of opposition There was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabard contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Americ's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace of the mind from knowing Eorzea's in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsbard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Ah. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Wellet. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one. That being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the faith be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange. Thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telophoroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varys and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to the position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. And that they'll be just as pleased to see me as they see you. A fair point. So long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling as to your identity. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few would recognize you on sight alone. Perhaps one day, they will learn that the Warrior of Light is not a demon to be feared, but a woman deserving of their trust. I try my best. Though to be fair, my war crimes have made me a demon as well, so they're not wrong. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask what you escort our friends inside? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. And if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Go to Garlemald. So instead of doing every single... Okay, so instead of fighting every single tower, we're just gonna go straight for the big one in Garlemald. What's this? The other members of the Ilsabard contingent are gathered in the Royal Palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Let me in! Let me in!
By the 12.
Whew. That is a lot of people. Hi, Liz.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
Hi,
As you can
gang.
imagine, our traveling companions
Hi,
were
Mama
eager to become
Stola. Hi,
acquainted.
Uncle
It is a
Uriange.
rare thing
Hi,
indeed to see
Dadfred.
such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Well, this guy will go on forever if I don't do anything.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia!
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end.
No, he won't. You should have seen the animation where it gets tired. No, fuck.
We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
I was too quick. Not enough patience.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
I got a lot of fills.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must, I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer.
Little brother.
We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Anyway, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me.
I think I did this off stream, but this is the pirate character that we convinced to join us by having Merlwib be a Chad.
Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship.
He's so fucking British, isn't he?
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hatsune Miku does not talk to British people. The only pants I need are me pounding your mom. Sick.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Scarlet's gonna have my skull.
Well, you're certainly raring to go.
I hate that they changed
So are we.
Mai's lines in Guild Wars 2.
The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow.
God damn it! I feel like I want to do so many things, but I don't want to actually do them. That's how I felt like 2 days ago. Literally so much to do, but just not feeling it and just sitting in bed all day. And you know what I decided in the end? I decided, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go out and bike. That's what I'll do. I got lost on purpose just to enjoy the traveling around and looking at things, finding my way back.
That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Terrapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's only just 1 or 2 liminal spaces.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
She can throw so many balls.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might
feel like
finally
this is
get a chance to
foreshadowing.
enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The 4 high houses, House Hylinard foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolaine!
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service.
Oh my, he's so foppish.
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that.
What's up, bro?
But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honorois with my tales of daring do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Quattle dropped an ascended chest weapon. Wow. Wow. Truly favored by RNG. Time to ecto gamble, I guess.
Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Who's it gonna be?
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Ah, the Aura.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
I don't think you want to mess with these guys, Onox.
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all.
True.
Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius Bloody Balesar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
I wonder what Garlemald looks like this time of year. Probably very on fire.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
No turning back. You heard that, Onox? We can't go back. No turning back. I'm really I was hoping to see someone on the ground just doing sit-ups. I mean, that guy's doing squats. Nice form. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Emaljar and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abductions by the Telepharoi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warning scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Hand them out like cookies. Here you go. Warning scales for the Ishgardian delegation, I take it. Yes, here you go. Enjoy. Eat it. Many thanks. With these talismans, I'm tired. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald. Sent the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed? But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. Alice. That's a set of warning wards scales I spy. Not that I wouldn't know what they look like. No, they're cookies. Enjoy. Crunch on them. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bustling with vapor. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Don't talk about my friend like that. He's my buddy. He just wants to have fun. Ah, here, you got something for us? Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? I reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over. But we'll hold on to them for now. Do you really not want something that can protect you from tempering? Really? In a world like this? And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Inzar instead? Bugger me if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hillfry told me was that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got the sense of humour. Of course, some of you might be wondering, what good's a pirate on dry land in the middle of the solid snow of all places? Well, me and my crew will do whatever
take a little sippy.
Whatever needs doing. So let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. It's the same because they are literally boats that right here in this world. Yes. But these are the famed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside the 12-wood, and Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magic to the people of Garlemald, while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world, or so she says. I say it is past time our allies benefited from the power of the Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our lights under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we all came prepared. Yeah, you need a big coat. I need juice. I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm also gonna eat. I'm gonna grab a Mars bar. Yeah, feel Mars bar food. It's not a Mars bar, it's a Snickers bar. Oh, well. There you go. Oi, no wait, it's mine. What the fuck? No! I can't believe this. Eats it anyway. Power move. Oh, talismans. We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight, in darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Orford, has been plagued by these towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction.
Yeah, you stick!
What? No! If I lick it, it's yours. You broke the sacred rule. If you lick it, it's yours. Rude. No. No. See, it was mine to begin with, and you just stole it and licked it. But then I played the power move card. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite their people, and with their aid, will we keep the enemy at bay. And we have to step at the and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. One more. Hi, Maxima. Do you have the warning scales for me too? Yes, we do. Here you go. They're like keys. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible length for the sake of my people. And though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Isbard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of said protection at your discretion, and let us proceed to the Alamican Quarter. While you make for the final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. Are you going to give me clothes? Well, I wouldn't mind some new threads. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Urianger and I. We still have what we wore in Galma before. Estilian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor. And since he spent a fair bit of time up in North recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of us will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you do likewise. Oh my god, sun. Ah, sunlight. My eyes. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark! Is that the cry of science in need of a tailor, I hear? Is that Tataru? Oh my god, she's here. Poor Tataru. But how? I have my ways, oh yes indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilzabad without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Now, you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. But why do we need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not. Silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? I did have some other things to share. Agnes and Blumwida have finally returned from assignments in the faraway lands. They'll be staying in the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Oh, why not? You keep proud company in the Baldassian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Agnes and Blumwida did a fine job carrying on in our stead. While we were lying comatose, with them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you don't go collapsing again, because I searched someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your soul to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes are well enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. I love their use of Tataru in this game. Like, she never becomes an irrelevant character. She's always important, and the way she does it is also just by providing you with fashion, which you are going to be wearing, which I think is great. It makes her a very appealing character. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here you are. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Oh my god, look at that. Box from Elden Ring. How was Elden Ring? Do you want some Archon loaf? Well, to be fair though, I might already have a winter's wear set up, so I'm just gonna wear that. I think mine's a little fancier. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? It's an honor to finally meet you. We at the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might be able to do for further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is highly recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes. I'm so scared. Don't know if you ever played Elden Ring. I beat it. I beat Elden Ring. But by the time that I was nearing the end, I kind of just wanted it to be over. I had so many other things I wanted to do. Off to Garlemald. We're going up to Garlemald.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range.
Oh my
Those
God.
who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Exactly. Simply fly.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
Those boys ain't
So,
right.
What's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald. The very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
No.
How
Was it
so?
avalanche?
Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Of course, of course. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot. It's even snowier here than it is in Dravania.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best. All right. Once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. A blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
That hat makes it look like you're in the military. Not far off. Military.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Yes,
Wouldn't
because the
have it
player
any
is going
other
to be
way.
controlling my mind.
Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
I imagine we're going to play as Tancred, aren't we? Yep. I'm role-playing.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Are they going to move? Oh.
Must be losing my touch.
Oh, was I not supposed to do that? Oh, I have a stealth move where... I don't know what my moves are. Should be good around here, I think.
Seven hells.
Don't like bug. Approach grenade. Damn, he noticed me. There comes the bug. Should play some Metal Gear music while playing this. Oh, that's what the bombs are for, okay. Okay.
Seven hells.
Those don't die in one hit from the thing. Unless maybe I have to do it from behind. I'm not very good at this. I really would have I would have wished to know what the skills were before I started. Where? I should read.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Let's take down some guys before we start going in places. These robots have legs that put effort to shame. Everyone puts effort to shame with their legs.
Spotted.
Uh-oh. Come here, you. It's a good thing they don't know how to call out to their friends.
Damn, spotted.
Okay. Yeah, I figured throwing the bomb would trigger any enemies that were next to it. But I got in the way of this bug. No!
Seven hells.
I gotta kill him quick. I mean, when I see a green gremlin, Gil was doing damn spot. Getting a little close. sure is cold here. Also, hi, yes, snowy. Hi, hi. Should be fun, I think. Yeah, there we go. And now we just have to leave. Nice. What was that noise? Hi, Portal. How are you doing?
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
That's a fancy little trigger. What about those people that were in there? I guess they're dead then. Not much. Was bored and saw you were streaming, so not bored now. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed my stream. War crimes! Yay! I kill people! Did you just become a terrorist? I have always been a terrorist. Thank you very much.
Wait, bitch, we're talking about this in game, not really.
The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now. If they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be alright, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Doggos! Oh,
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Wait, something's coming! No, that's terrible. How dare you.
Fighters! Protect the others!
It's a good thing we set all of our combat to non-lethal.
A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
What impeccable timing!
Hello!
Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Hi, Lord Farron from Guild Wars 2. Back for food. Hi, Yaya! What food you got?
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones still struggling. Time we put our backs into it then.
Oi, 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 what's all this? Do they have a license to raid us like this? Oh my god, it's the final of the fantasies. Hi, orange. Feel free to join me in voice if you want to. Yeah, or a proposal. Potato chicken. I stopped it with my body.
You lot alright back there? We're fine and ready for more.
Oh. Hi, Rig.
Get to the front.
Have a piss. Hello.
Let me stream
How's
it on
it
Discord
going?
for you.
Ooh,
There
thank
you
you.
go. How's
So
it
what's all
going?
this then?
Well,
Good.
because we came back with all those scales, we are now ready to go towards Garlemald.
Oh my god.
We're going to the Imperial State.
Oh my god, that's why the highways are there.
Meanwhile, on the front line, yeah, the highways have like lights and everything. Look at that super evil tower over there. Oh yeah, because we're all out in winter, right? We're all up in north, and so we're all wearing like really thick winter clothes.
Right.
What?
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time.
I remember that time when I was saved by the Eorzean Alliance. This one certain man named Justinian chopped off my arm and said, "It's but a flesh wound," and left me there to die. It's a good thing there were healers nearby, or I would have been a dead man.
The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Onox just threw a Pokeball at you. What are you gonna do? Ori?
Oh no.
Are you alright? What's up?
Have to talk. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. What's going on? Huh?
Are you alright? What's up?
I spaced out for a bit. I'm back. I'm here. What's going on?
Onox threw a Pokeball at you.
At me?
Yeah, they're trying to catch you.
Ping, ping, ping. It has broken out. You gotta need better Pokeball. The Pokeball. Oh, what is this? The starter time? Come on.
Thank
Guy,
you
the Ultra Ball.
Thank you for gifting Puzzle a sub. Now he too has a tiny Columbo in his pocket, and he is safe from homicides. You overloaded Oryx today. Do you want to come and hang out and chat while we play? You can come into the voice chat too if you want.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
Surprise, Noxie!
It's a Noxie! Hi, Noxie!
That's scary.
You didn't scare me, sorry. I have no fear. For I'm heading towards Garlemald.
Oh my god. And Stinian just jumped on us.
Justinian murdered a
None
man
of
who
those
was like,
words are
kill
in the
you.
Bible.
Seek Jesus. And send me the source.
Oh my god, this is literally a spoiler for what I'm doing right now.
I'm literally like, this entire thing is a spoiler for future events.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
Oh, well, he's still alive.
Yeah.
There's no end to them.
Oryx is like, oh, but I wanted to die.
I like Luciamo, honestly. Oh, even you are wearing winter clothes. Okay, okay, touche.
I put on winter clothes because I had the fashion. I was like, I'm not going to put on that silly little coat you gave me. I'm going to wear an actual winter coat.
Well, it's Jukyu based on what she's saying.
There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
That tower in the distance doesn't look evil at all, does it?
It's completely inconspicuous.
No need for a boo. You're already scary. You hear that, Noxie? You're already scary.
Oh my.
We have them now.
Plus, you got horns. You can impale someone with those.
Oh, that's true.
So, how was your session, both of you?
Well, we did a lot of trial and errors on a lot of things, so at least I figured out how to handle roles and everything in Tailspire 2 while using D&D Beyond as 4 character sheets because it helps everyone a lot.
Right.
Yep, it's gonna take a little bit of understanding to get it up and running for everyone, but afterwards it should all run smoothly.
Yeah, because everything become just a 2-in-1 without needing to tab over like multiple things, you know, the roles and like character sheets and like whatnot, so everything will be at one place.
Oh my god, look at Pippin.
Oh my god. Look at that. The small Raban's kid.
Oh.
Yeah, remember Roban, the bull? He has a son, which is a Lalafell called Pippin.
And it the mother is definitely not the Empress.
The fuck?
Wink, wink.
I'm pretty sure Pippin's adopted. I think.
Are you sure about that?
I thought it was a hobbit.
Yeah, there is a hobbit named Pippin.
Yeah.
But that's not a hobbit. That's a Lalafell.
No, that's a hobbit.
Potato, tomato.
That's clearly a hobbit.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's here. Her sword is overcompensating for some reason. It's this that sword is the size of a char.
if not bigger.
So Noxie, what do you think of all that gossip about Guild Wars 3?
I don't know, too little to say much. Even if it's true.
There's no official thing, and I believe it might be true because that would explain a lot of why the resources of the game have been very sparse.
Well, yeah, but it's also, you know, it's just basically just a sample placeholder name that they use. It's just Guild Wars 3, you know, because, you know, it doesn't automatically mean it is a new MMO.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's like, you know, like a separate MMO or really just consume Guild Wars 2 and just replace it as a new fresh version of it or something that I also theorized about previously, because that would also make sense.
I wonder, because I feel like maybe they want to go into a bigger platform to be able to do more with the Guild Wars 2 IP, because their engine definitely doesn't have lots to be desired, you know?
Is everyone alright?
Do you want to know why I say that I think it could be something where they just want to turn Guild Wars 2 existing game and just almost transfer over into Unreal Engine?
I wonder, yeah, because I'm a bit curious about that, but I feel like they have to be very careful if they do something like that, because
yes,
because Phantasy Star did the same thing, and that game's population has pretty much plummeted to the ground.
Well, yes, of course.
Because they got rid of everything that everyone loved, that people loved about Guild, like of PSO2.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not meaning either that they should like overwrite it. You know, like
Yeah.
doing an Overwatch 2 and then just like Overwatch 1 just ceases to exist.
I still think.
But
I'm so upset with the people that have like spent
yeah,
time and money in Overwatch 1.
I loved Overwatch 1. It was fun for a while until it became too try hard. But yeah, honestly, the reason I think that they may be just trying to like do a fresh start for Guild Wars 2 with like a guild, maybe, of course, I'm not saying that, this is just my own theory, with how to word it. Like, imagine if they would just make a possibly new MMO that is the same game but carries over progression when most of it that it can for people, so they don't lose
Imagine
most.
it. Maybe it takes titles from people and like how far they've been in the story and transfers it over.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, not sure about the story too much, honestly, but it could be like for maybe like gear. Like if people work for legendaries, then they also get legendaries there, even if it works differently. So I'm just talking about like carrying over the idea of the systems. You know, if you had legendary gear, then you get the legendary gear too because you work for it for like 10 years or whatever, you know, and get that. But the game could work completely differently. They could make it so that the raids or strikes are by default in the game instead of like five expansions in, and nobody who sometimes buys the games even heard about raids, even though that's there since Heart of Stone. So I had these kind of ideas, and the only reason I say or think about these things is because, let's just say that I know that there been in the past leaked things where they had moved assets from Guild Wars 2 already that exist in Guild Wars 2, just literally converted into Unreal Engine assets. Just literally taking everything that, like, not everything, but many things from Guild Wars 2 as an asset, like models, and just putting them inside Unreal Engine with the same, how do you say the word, aesthetics?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what, like, why would they bother with that to just copy paste with the same look and everything? It's kind of a little bit sus, but yeah, that's of course goes a little bit into like the leak and mining kind of part a little bit, but which is cannot be confirmed because they could just experiment with things too. It's too early to say anything. But there is definitely a lot of like possibilities, because it could be not even an MMO, it could be a card game. Like
It might be a phone game.
Like I don't think it will be a phone game because they haven't been hiring for it, but they've been hiring related to the franchise for PC and console. But one reason I could even think about card game is because I know that they wanted a card game before, and even Guild Wars 1 was supposed to be a card game, technically, because it fits for a card game, because it was made by the mind of it being a card game, with the mix and matching of a lot of things.
By the way, you can watch my stream on Discord as well, so you know what's happening. Like more up to date, then you don't have to like wait for stuff.
Oh yeah, because I have like 5 seconds. Okay. I mean, I can't really hear the stream sounds though, but from that.
Sadu had too.
Okay, that was great.
Wow. Wow.
It's literally the moment when I open the stream.
The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply
Nice gear.
caravan?
It's cold. Let me wear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm genuinely saying it's nice gear. It looks
sounds
good.
like you were sarcastic. What?
No, I said it's nice gear.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just falling asleep from the meds.
I'm still a little tired from all that work I did yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah.
And soon we shall arrive at the
I'm pretty happy how it turned out, though.
Oh, it's really cute, by the way. I really fucking love it.
I made it a little longer.
How do you mean?
You know
oh,
how, so,
the animation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the animation looking one way, it now looks 2 ways before looping.
So cold and unforgiving.
Hi, Emmett.
Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain.
I love Emmett Selk. He's the best.
800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested
Garlemald
by the
doesn't look so
Kvorsi,
good.
after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth. Freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
That's such an ominous Aephorite.
The chosen, forsaken.
I wonder why Emmett's like giving us the narration since he's dead. In the last game, it was you know, the guy who was talking to us as a ghost.
In the year 1513
What
of the
does this
6th
mean?
Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly
Do you mean
sparked
he's
the
dead?
Magitech revolution.
Or is he?
Or is he?
How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks?
Because an Ascian took him over.
Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so.
Noxie, is that your house?
No.
Is that your Black Rose house?
Yes.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
It was me, Dio!
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Oh.
What's up?
People already memeing with the "we are going to tunnel into Guild Wars 3." Oh.
We will call it McDonald's. Good name for this land.
No. It's obviously going to be a strategy game.
You reckon it'll tie in with Guild Wars 2? Like, would it be one of those games that influence stuff in Guild Wars 2 at the same time as that game? PSO2 has something like that, where you could play like the phone version of the game, and they would give you stuff in the main game.
Would be interesting, like Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, kind of.
In
I
Spice...
think-
Oh, Sorry, I'm trying to voice act too.
Oh, sorry.
In spite of the obstacles we've faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little further and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for our purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Y'shtola and Graha to join us in that building in the northeast of the camp? Alicia and I will meet you there. Beep, 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 beep. Sorry, what were you guys saying?
Not much. I just wanted to say that I want to just keep my Gwem.
Yeah. I think like the way that Guild Wars 1 and 2 was made was they took things from Guild Wars 1 that were interesting, like some characters, and they made references to those. And it would be pretty easy for them to integrate the characters from 2 into 3 if there was a 3. At least the ones that could survive, but they would probably not do them run simultaneously because it would be a pain in the ass to do. Basically another jump of a few hundred years.
Imagine if it was and we meet Orin again, like nothing happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That would actually make sense. Or maybe the gods would come back 600 years in the future or something. And they would be changed or whatever.
A meeting, yes? I'll make my over to the once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of it since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt with the Tower of Zos, only far more terrifying. Haste flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. I still don't know what's going on with these towers, because when we were in the last one, Noxie, Y'shtola uses because she sees ether, right? She looked into the tower and she saw a person's limb in there. I have no idea what that's going to lead up to.
We are making furious about who it could be.
Yeah.
It could be Emmet, based on the dialogue, question mark?
I doubt it, but...
Yeah, it's doubtful, but... Like, whose better it is? Who else could it be?
Do you guys want to voice some characters too? You want to who wants to be Catboy? Oryx, you're a Catboy.
What? No.
Yeah, you are. Fuck you. Be Catboy.
You will be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sight of trouble. I mean, look at the fucking tower in the distance. Though it seems to me...
Oh, sorry.
Well, anyway. I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned the meeting. I will make my way there.
See, it's a better pick for a Catboy.
Noxie the Catboy.
Why?
Just because.
Just because. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone's here, we will begin.
But everyone's already there.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
Noxie could be a cat girl.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
I like the mix. I like that their snow gear is kind of like a mix of a sweater and a dress. What is it? What is going on with this? Belts.
This
hanging on.
temperature and the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next.
He's so British, but he has Hatsune Miku hair. What? Do you reckon it's Hatsune Miku's son?
I think it's Hatsune Miku.
He's a fan of Hatsune Miku, but he will never get her attention because he's British.
Ah.
Must Smith
Cursed.
reckon with the right parts, they
Like
can
Romeo
only
and
work
Juliet.
again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telothroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
Estinian is such an edgy boy, but I love him.
But he's so edgy.
He's a
In
tsundere.
any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianje, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rime. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Don't look at me. Ice fields! I love ice fields! Oh wait, no I don't.
As ever, you do not want for enthusiasm. But given your experience traipsing about through Kurthus, I should be surprised if you let a little inclement weather dampen your redoubtable spirits. And even if that were the case, the promise of hot soup upon your return would surely spur you to action.
Hot soup!
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Motivation 100. Drew's finally got to taste some soup.
Finally.
Hell, it's about time.
What kind of soup is it though?
That's a good question.
Hot soupy Miku.
Hot soup, baby. Shut up. Gods be good. If this is called with Tataru's clothing, I tried to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her for the next time we meet. It makes me realize, too, that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them and quickly. Oh. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's you. It's the foppish man.
Froggish man.
What ho, chums? Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like rather a tall order. Since you ask, we're to scour the Ablan Rime for survivors. What? Wander around the ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise. Or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends. I know just the spot to begin our search. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Oat soup. Ugh. What, cereal? I want cereal. I'm in the mood for cereal now. Yeah. We don't have any.
Put it into yogurt.
No.
That's the shit.
I am very curious to see where the story goes. How far did you get in the story, Noxie?
I didn't start Shadowbringers.
Okay. So everything that we played last time when we got to Shadowbringers was new to you.
Yeah, I basically never finished the lead up to Shadowbringers.
Right.
Wait, and did you do Stormblood?
Yeah. I mean, I assume they did since they got up there.
At the point. I know that I skipped because of the boost, a lot of story, but I did a couple parts.
Okay.
Well, look, you know the most important parts. Emmett Selk is the main character.
I did some of the story because I had to level, so that was the most XP I could do, so I had to go back to a certain point and continue from there.
He's a devil's dancer. What?
Yeah, look at Emmett move. Fucking moves on this man. He has so much history. And it all culminates to this dance. Handy little telescope you got there. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheeping. Or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after, either way. Is that an Aether current? Oh no, just a wind sprite.
Are you looking at images in the snow again?
Other than that, it's all snow. But lo, what do I see over yon hill? Look. There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. Is that Hatsune Miku? A survivor, show me. Over there, beyond that tree, it looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. It's Hatsune Miku. Look, she's running in the distance. You can see her cyan hair running away.
Behind that tree, which one from the four? The entire land.
All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. A rather mighty fetching one at that. You see, it's Hatsune Miku.
Oh my god.
She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near. But we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful, thank you. Won't you need some yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. Unless we forget the very reason we are here to protect those in need. Now go and Godspeed! Is cereal soup?
Well, technically.
Depends. What's your buildings?
Where's Sasune Miku? She's around here.
That's a big ass ram.
It kind of looks like a sheep on steroids.
Yep. It's basically a big, fluffy bear.
Oh man, one of the nations would love that.
That's big again. At least it can fly right now. Never mind.
It's always flying.
Yeah. Oh god.
Where'd she go? Oh, this way. These footprints appear the same as the ones you saw previously, and they head towards the building. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look like it's been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? That mountain reminds you of a South Park episode. I have no recollection of whatever that would be.
Reminds me of the Simpsons episode.
Imagine it's not Hatsune Miku, it's Grimmel from the Hunter the Parenting.
Oh my god.
What's up?
Oh my god. Is that?
Doesn't look like Miku from here.
Okay, everyone, go home. We have the wrong guy.
Yeah, it's not Hatsune Miku, it's time to bail. I get to follow her. What is that thing? You see that over there on the right?
What in the goddamn?
What in the fuck?
What in the goddamn? So far, so good.
Just a random eldritch horror walking through the
Also,
mountain.
no, wait. Where is this? This is not Hatsune Miku. This is Noxie.
Oh no.
What?
The girl in green. It's Noxie.
Oh no.
Or maybe.
But if that's Noxie, then who's in the chat with us?
Holy fuck, look at that thing.
God damn. It's a One Piece mouth.
No, no one here, just a tree.
Is there anyone? Drew sexily poses.
I don't know, maybe.
You know, the girl is like, you behind the tree, come out, I can see your boobs, they're sticking out. And your ass.
From both sides.
Yeah, it's just like, I see there is 3 person behind. Oh, never mind.
Where are you going? Where are you going, Noxie? The
Oh my
annual
God.
fanboy convention?
No.
Noxie gonna have a speech? A TED talk.
Oh, hey, that Batman.
I hope my luck was. Who is there?
Boobs and
Finger
ass just
boobs.
out.
Must have been the wind.
There you go, running again.
She gets arrow down, you know,
Oh
just
shit! Oh fuck!
arrow.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! What? That was close.
Damn. And you know, just giant arrow, just like a literal ballista just hits her on the side, spins her down. That's it. Quest over. Just a giant splash of snow.
Just she gets a little bit of water on her, freezes instantly. I'm catching up to you, Noxie.
No, that's
Hi,
illegal. That's illegal.
Pushes my boobs up behind your back. There you are.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna voice the character?
Oh. Hold on. You, still one piece. That was a lot. Forts. Nobody followed me. Jesus Christ. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. I'm gonna take another step and I will blow this place sky high.
Please, we just want to talk.
I was so confused by the name, like, Alfino, what?
I'm Alfino. This is my sister, Alice. Keep that in mind, Noxie. And our good friend, Drew. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid for the people of Garlemald.
That's it, I'm blowing the place up. Aid, the savages are the ones responsible for all of this. You did this to us.
No.
We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here in the first place. The Solothroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had made their thralls. Sorry. Huh? On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How are we able to keep to... I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. Reading is hard. How are we able to escape the Telofroi's influence? Are there any of us like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's just start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? Noxie Greenrose.
Explode. My name's...
Noxie.
Licinia? Licinia. As for how I managed to say saying ... I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night, and the roar, the terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too. I think... I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yeah, I am very indecisive. Oh yeah, that's her name. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that was... I thought that maybe the fight had stopped, so I stepped outside. And then I hit my toe. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I would know all my life. Eyes wakened. How do you say that word? Wakened.
Yes.
Eyes wakened, dead, staring at the sky. Nice boobs. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Oh, sorry, bro. Just leave.
Do you have family here? Is this their home?
Explode. Oh, sorry. No. No, this is Victor's spoils. A mansion for retired soldiers, or it was. But now me and few others are borrowing it. Explode!
Stop exploding!
No, I love exploding. As for the explosive, I was making that up. Explode! I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were. The truth is, our supplies are running low, so we must eat each other. I mean, you said you're here to help. Can you?
Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will.
Can you get me exploded? Thank you. I would better tell the others first. Though, wait here. The though was a little bit misplaced, but whatever.
What's that ticking noise?
That wasn't misplaced. It's just the way you say it.
Ah, that was fast. This is everyone.
Look at that guy. He's fucking catching hypothermia.
The guy in the middle just, what's going on?
You want to be this guy? Orcs.
Listen here. Listen here says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our homes. Having said that, were you to provide us with a manner of hitting this place, as a sign of goodwill, you know, perhaps we could take you at your word.
Hi, Hawks. Thank you for raiding. Hi, Hawks. How you doing? How was your stream?
Woo!
Hawks raid. Oryx.
It's the covers. If that is too much to ask, then leave us be.
Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alice?
Excellent.
We'll be having a fire burning in no time. May we build that under the gazebo?
The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, do as you will.
Oh, thank you very much for following.
Ooh, Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. Had some connection issues with Gabby and Larry.
Aww.
Aww. I'm sorry it wasn't perfect.
Why is this suspicious?
Noxie, why are you eyeing them like that? What the fuck?
Because they are not green.
Davis is the great bean.
They said that they don't like green. I must
Fuck.
kill them.
Oh my god.
That's why I wanted to explode them.
Hey Noxie, I have a secret for you.
Hmm?
Green is not a creative color.
No, it is.
I am green? Yes, you are, Hawks.
Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you are here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I will leave space around the fire for the others. Oh my god. As you can tell, they are in a far worse state than me. We are planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they are not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do so. Is there anything you can do to help them?
I'm going to invent ibuprofen now.
Just pulls out.
Yeah, just pull out a kit, and you hear like the fucking Breaking Bad like bow, 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 like building like shit. It starts making ibuprofen right in front of them. Jesse, it's time to cook.
Yes, Rico, come on.
Hi, Alfino. How you doing, buddy? I'm very warm. I don't know why. I can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Well, especially if you're going to stand on it like that. Now, would be a good occasion to make use of Emmeline's tinctures. The ones we can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one?
Thanks for air. Hands over air.
This is yours.
The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Why can't I feel my fingers?
Oh, don't worry about it. Here, have a drink.
Warning tincture. I've never heard of such a thing. I've not been trying.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that didn't go well. Tell me, have you heard enough of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magita that sustain us has come to a grinning halt. Oh god, that still burns. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for the lack of ceruleum. Oh, yes, thank you for that. I haven't said that in a while. Of course, ceruleum engines is full of the stuff for all the good it does to us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All the smart people just froze.
Oh, all is well. Yeah, never better. Are you sure about that? Have some cerveza crystal. Oh, what sweet liberation is this? Is it poison by any chance? No, it's cerveza crystal. It was a joke, If I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep. So said the poet, and alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams, was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better to plead with the horde. I fled with my health. If not my conscience preserved, now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment.
That was a great poem, I think.
What do you want? Have some cerveza crystal. You deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? Tincture? May as well drink it, I suppose. Cerveza crystal!
This starts to play right now. Just fades in the back.
This radio is playing some moody music.
Yeah, I'm gonna explode.
Now this is a radio. You don't have them where you're from, I take it. We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted with the finest ore, sourced from Locus Aminus it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the other broadcasting stations must have either fled or ended up like all the others. Because all we've been hearing is the same music, being played over and over again. Kind of depressing. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Aminus. We may have founded the Empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take it back, what was once ours. This is a solemn reminder that, though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe the Emperor of ours yet lives, and that he speaks to us through the radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen the catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Ooh, sorry about that, buddy. I think we have some bad news for you.
Drew, you know, your character is like, sorry, what kind of copium are you smoking?
Empire brand copium.
Or
Yeah,
is it
I'm
copium?
sure of it. Emperor Varus would not have been defeated so easily.
You were just sweating profusely.
Yeah, he would totally. Maybe it's Emperor Varus's body parts, and they're turning him into something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Hi, Noxy.
Oh no, what's that? Explode.
Have some cerveza crystal.
Oh no.
What did you do with it? Did you just throw it?
Splatters all over the place. So this is what you gave the others? Thank you. I will save it for later. Why won't you drink it though? Actually, I have a few things to ask you.
Because it's fucking cold, Noxy.
Well, yes. Are you part of the group staying in Laterum or whatever?
Laterum? Yeah.
As of Legatus
Virgilia.
Virgilia's troops heading towards the oh my god, the Magna Glaciers a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered?
Yeah, no, they were all brainwashed.
Broken guys, we call it. Yeah. And Virgilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glaciers? Did you cross the mountains and shit?
We came in through airships and then we landed and took it along with us.
But we have no radios. Airships. Then there might be a way to.
Listen, where is everyone?
Is something the matter?
Oh no.
Why are you standing in front of that door? Can I come in? Hold up, look inside.
Ways from inside, you say? You was imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps the baby. What?
Almasty.
Almasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be there the first time.
Noxy, it's me, Drew. Please. I've not had water in fucking days. I've been trying to drink the snow, but it takes more energy to drink it.
Without the soldiers to scare them off, why then they must have been roaming closer to the settlements? Some have been known to attack people too. Of the fast like head flicker like just go back into serious mode. I just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat Legatus?
A Legatus.
Legatus. Then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. Right? You know, just a gigantic, like half a counter-sized monster.
The mountains
this is still...
rise up, yeah.
If you have a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There is a small group of trappers living there. People whose job was to extract ceruleum. Cerberus. They still do, from what we can tell. How can you? I can't tell anything from them. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us. But they are not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food. And that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach there then, we would have to make our way past all those creatures. Yeah, there was like 5 creatures stalking around there. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the...
I hear the fucking cop car in the background.
No, that was ambulance going. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to play the trappers. The tappers.
Pay
oh, it was tappers.
Yeah. You'd best watch out for baby Almasties while we're away.
Yes, I...
Your character's just like, shifty eyes looking back and forth.
I think Noxy is compromised.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoot him away. Yes,
My head pops out of the door. on the floor. I'm all roped up. Noxie, please release me. It's been so long. And then you just give me a kick in the face and push me back in.
I don't even need a kick. I just push you back slowly. With like one leg. To reach Tappers. Oh, it's so weird. It's Tappers then. Tappers then. You will have to cross the lake. You have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support the person's weight, but if you would rather not take the risk, you will need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too. So it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful.
I'm going straight for it, baby. All right, time to get my mount, my trusty steed.
So
the fucking giant robot. My companion, my love. You see like everything turn pink and there's like blush on the robots.
Na 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 na.
If I do this,
Jammy.
forward and back and forward and back and then go forward and back. Everyone goes forward. Where are we going? This way. Emmett dance.
Brutally Tapper. Oh man. Who goes there? How did you find us?
Well, I was led here by a certain girl in green.
What do you mean? I stayed like a soul fund. It's the purpose of a director suppose hadn't given away our location. You'd never have found us. Those stuck-up assholes. Oh, they could come wanting it here, demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Looks like the boot's on the other foot. Now the capital's got to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I hope your game sells out. I know your game. If they think they'll give in, if they think we'll give in to intimidation, they got another thing coming.
I can break your spine with one hand.
Come at me.
I am going to break your. I'm going to style so hard on you.
Oh no, not my style.
SSS for stinky.
So please consider me intimidated.
So this is your spine? What the fuck, put it back?
I chopped that guy's head off. Am I dead yet? Yes.
Stand
by. Am I?
There you are.
Send it.
Just after you left, Lucinia asked me to catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I've a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum.
Oh no.
So Alphino is alone there. So this is Tapper's den. Well then, after you.
Is it bad that he's alone?
Maybe.
I don't think it's good.
You're there alone with him. Who knows what you'll do to him?
Oh, then he's fine.
Who are you? What happened to the gods? Oh, I killed them. Eorzean and rebels are here to save people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why the hell would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you Garleans were brought here from other lands? Girabana, Yanksha, Bosja, Dalmatia, Dalmasca, to name a few. Some dragged here against our wheels, others fed bollocks about the better life. all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the established title of Arn, placing us firmly at the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. About the only things that's escaped more or less unscathed is Cerulia engines, still sustaining us, even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing in ceruleum from the bottom of the lake. But how can you do that if it's frozen over? What'd you like to know? Trade secret, I'm afraid. At any rate, if it's not ceruleum, it's not as if ceruleum is used much these days. What with the City of Ruins, we take enough power. We take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps to stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful if they're interested. We'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. And we can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if I managed to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us. Thanks to the Empire and the knowledge and skills we required working here, we would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. As long as there's need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by. Even if Garlemald, as we know, it's gone for good. Gone for good? Stares into their soul. Look at the shit jar. Fuck no! They're fine. They're fine. I like them. Regardless of what Ilzabar contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be cause of celebration, while for others, their whole way of life would have just been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it's consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people? Their lives and their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. I want your... I'll take your entire stock! Oh, that fucking JonTron clip, hold on. Hold on. I don't know what's the deal with about this ceruleum. I mean, it's not like it would work underwater. It even works underwater. I'll take your entire stock. What? Those purebloods up at Thick the Spoil sent you? To turn to their enemies for help. They must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Lucinia's got a little sister to think about. A sister? But we only saw Lucinia and the 3 men. It's possible she died or from whatever was ailing her. She needs treatment. I doubt there'd be any way to get around here. To get it around here. I may have refused Lucinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle worth of ceruleum. Cerveza Cristo. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send my way, yeah? Oh, I'm fucking tired, man. I can't for the life of me think why Lucinia would keep her sister a secret from us. But we can ask about that after we've delivered the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Noxie, does that mean I'm your little sister now? I guess that's right. You are older than me.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, but you're older than me.
Yes.
So I guess that's... You're holding me hostage there.
Yes.
Fuck. How late is it? Let's see if we can get to any like big events before stopping. Like maybe a duty or something. Because it is getting rather late. And I am a little tired. I do want to save energy for tomorrow. Are you guys excited for that too?
Yeah, kind of curious, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, for the voices.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll also I'll see if I can make an Arirel for you guys as well before we start.
Don't like strain yourself though.
Yeah, I mean, you've been taking it pretty hard this week.
Yeah, because you always push until you finish and then you just.
Just falls over dead, sleeps until the next day.
I mean, you could just do one maybe, like Oryx says.
So us both together, half me, half Noxy.
You just do head.
You both use.
Slow.
I'll make one half for Oryx, and then another half for Noxy, and I put them together and they fuse into one.
Can I get the boobs?
Yujimpa! Hey, welcome back, Ox.
You'll definitely get 6 boobs.
Yes.
This isn't right. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alphino would still be treating them by the fire, but there's nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search it outside. You can't have gone far.
I thought I have explosives.
Oh my god, there's a tournament.
Where would they be? Behind the house?
Maybe they are all dead already and we're just seeing ghosts.
Noxy,
Yes.
please. Please.
Gonna find a fresh grave.
Oh, never
Wait,
mind.
what happened?
Oh, hello. Oh, he whipped him up, okay.
What happened?
Froze to death.
Excuse me, Alphino. The fuck? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard. Forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know what you're about. Oh, it's you.
Oh shit. Well, that's what you are, waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, and then you swoop. Here to help? What rot, all a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in. Put ourselves at your mercy. Put you in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge.
I gave you Cerveza Crystal. How could you do this to me?
And it was horrid!
Oh. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Also, you're wrong about Cerveza Crystal.
Why does he have so luscious lips?
Because they're main characters, Noxy.
Oh.
Save the arguments for later. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that's still warm. It's true. Lucinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go?
Away from you and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people.
Skills.
We're trying to help them, you baka! Her sister's ill. The empty bodies... I'm tired.
Yes.
The empty bottles prove it. So the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone?
To protect them from you. You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Galea should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them, since the moment you arrived.
This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Lucinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries, and theirs. I will join you in the search.
Wait a minute! Oh my god, these ratings!
Thanks, Hogs. I wonder what this rating does. So you found out. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is a. I don't know if this is a ratings moment though. All right, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly.
None of those words are in the Bible. Seek Jesus. And send me the source.
The source is I made it the fuck up. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. I wonder what Fandaniel's up to. By the way, I noticed that Fandaniel's voice changed in the last cutscene where we saw them for some reason. I have no idea why.
Hmm?
I mean, they weren't so flamboyant as they were before. And I was a bit, Who set up for prince? Young women, judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on.
Oh, you can see. Oh.
Yeah, you can also see ours, by the way.
Blasphemy.
10 out of 10. You leave footprints is now.
Oh, if you jump, it lands on both feet too.
Nice.
Nice.
Both 3 legs.
Donkey balls is definitely in the Bible. I mean, it probably is.
Tournament.
You fucking donkey.
You bloody donkey.
It's fucking raw. You donkey.
It's so raw, it still speaks.
It's so bloody raw, I can hear it cooing from all the way over there. Trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as to not leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts. And I can only imagine how hard it must be to find her, it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do with Alfino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues.
Yes, look for clues on this big frozen lake.
Yeah, the whole frozen lake. Good thing I have a car.
Okay, your road kills everything.
This beast like, rawr, rawr, rawr.
We got dinner. Oh my god, it's Cerveza Cristo. It's the bottle you gave them.
It's the Cerveza crystal they threw away.
And then the fucking Unreal Tournament, you know, announcer comes like vehicular manslaughter. Pancake. Ah, dude, I hate blood pressure meds.
Yeah, I can tell you're really, really not feeling it.
Yeah, my eyes are just like literally just falling down. Like, I'm not tired, it just makes me sleepy.
Blood?
Blood.
The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh, judging from the amount the victim may have been severely wounded. It leads southeastwards.
They died.
Oh my god.
No, Theo, that would mean you're dying. Because you're the girl in green.
Am I?
Yes,
Oh
you
my
are.
god.
Oh, right.
Nox is dying.
Oh no, Noxie!
And a random person. You random
manslaughter.
Are you okay?
This pose, my leg.
Drew ran over herself. And her big sister.
Oh, you can see the blood stain too.
Oh yeah, they're definitely dead.
Why did you hit them?
The two bodies
Oof,
are
already
already
cold.
cold.
Sheesh.
Noxie, you're dead.
You fucking killed me.
You're
I
both
killed you
dead.
with my car. And they were listening to the radio as they died.
That's pretty tragic. Damn.
I'm sorry, I'm just like the radio just starts to play there. What a wonderful world. Just like
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No.
I might have run them over.
Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have...
Call 911.
We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
It's the right thing to do.
But I mean, if we come up with their corpses towards the guys that, you know, fighting us.
Also, carrying a dead frozen person is not easy. Just saying.
To be fair, we can kill gods with our bare hands, so...
I heard
Well,
the
you
story
can, but not them.
about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it. But Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all.
I'm going to dive into the radio waves.
I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while.
Supersonic.
We
Electronic.
had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Wah.
Damn, man.
I come in, yeah. This part made me cry so bad. Yeah, I do get you.
Yeah,
I
this
would
part
it
was-
would have hit me a bit more if I wasn't driving a car over their corpses.
Damn it, Drew.
My fault. There must have been something we could have done. But what? Should we never have come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't?
No. I don't think so. But it still hits.
We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us not linger here anymore. Come. Come. I guess I could just teleport back. Yes.
This was pretty powerful, not gonna lie.
Hmm?
This was pretty powerful.
Yeah. That's such final boss shit, just hanging out there in the back.
It's like the tower in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Just ominously in the distance, looming over. You know you're gonna have to go there at some point.
Can't believe Noxie is fucking dead. Lisa and Alphino tell me they finished their preliminary search for survivors. but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly
Mhm.
they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for it on your account? Okay, I seem a bit hot.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Also, please don't offer them Cerveza Crystal. They fucking hated it.
Allow me to
They
go
were
and
not
speak
amused.
with the ones at the Victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this. My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession. And in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory.
Fan Daniel
And
throwing
that
around
these
money like,
contributions
here
came
you
from
go.
the self-same
Have fun.
benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the 3rd Legion's coffers, but the 1st as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the 1st Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories. No recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
What are they doing?
A radio.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
It might be that Varys's head or like upper body is inside a large tower. While his body parts are strewn across.
So yeah, that will explain a lot. Oh my god.
We are of
That'd
one
be
mind,
morbid.
then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is
Oh, that would
beginning to
explain why people with the radios never got
If the
influenced.
tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
And also there had maybe a side effect. Like the Emperor's head talking.
I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Oof.
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Do you
We
not
are
see
not
the
here to
giant
invade
fucking
Garlemald.
tower over there?
Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Do you really want me to come along? I am not known for my words.
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say if I let you two go by yourselves? You little rapscallions, you.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
This dude does not know.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Is shit gonna hit the fan? Like, things have been too calm lately. You know,
He's
besides
gonna
the fact-
attack you on the way.
Oh, it's raining. What the fuck?
That's what I'm betting my money on. On the way, he's gonna go like, I can take 3 of you. And he's gonna get smacked down.
God, it must suck to be stuck in the rain while it's also freezing. Yeah, but shit, besides the fact that they are going through a national crisis, I think that shit has been too calm lately, and I think shit is going to go very, very wrong very, very soon.
Obviously.
You will be received as invited guests, so I urge you observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else, remember this. Bankrat in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Are you and the children ready? I will explain the route once we're outside your filthy camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility, and we will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I'll kill the children first. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation.
Dude has no idea.
Ugh, wet snow. Alright, this is far enough, you fucking cretin. Listen carefully. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead, I want to see where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alize and he's Alfino. And last but not least says that there's Drew. Drew, have I heard that name before?
Oh, no.
No. Alfino and Alize here, these little fucking brats, will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them.
Okay.
Alright, so no weapons. Time for a backdash.
What was that about if you ever leave him behind? What? Oh, okay.
I'm going to lightly jog. Watch out, Alfino! Bear! His umbrella can stop him. Oh no, that bear knows the killing paw move.
Oh my god.
You guys don't want umbrellas? It must be absolutely awful walking around in this weather. Don't you think, Noxie? Oh, Noxie's not here.
Oh, forgot to admit. I was like, yeah.
Soggy, everything's soggy, but you're also freezing. God, that must be the worst.
Wait, when did I mute my... Oh my god.
Wait, were you talking? Like, for a while?
Yes.
Oh.
What did you say?
I don't know anymore. I was talking.
Man.
Damn me. Well, this station doesn't look very liminal. Okay, a bit liminal.
This is it, you fucking bastards. First stop, that is. God, I hate you. Good. Looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're just stopping here so we can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept your side of the bargain, we carry on. Fucking brats. Fucking hate this side of you. Even you. Yeah, you. Yeah, look at me. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. Fucking hate you. Bastard. And my character just sadly looks down. Quietly. North of the stations, Regio Domorum. One of the main residential... fuck you, I know how to say it. One of the main residential areas. Or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if we give them a chance. Keep close. No wandering off, understood? I'm gonna keep you like fucking dogs on a leash. Alright then, let's go. From here we'll be heading northeast. Keep to the left of the railway. While the route itself straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. So keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen. Aye. They spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way. But in the event we are seen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, I will not take that chance. With that said, let's proceed. Where? Oh, I have to put my... But it's still raining though. I have to put away my umbrella.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Alright. Oh, he's super dead.
Whew.
I see why your comrades chose you. Fucking hack. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Oh, is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they're no longer our people. Beyond saving. Fucking hacks. Those who fought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. There ain't no winning with this guy. He hates me so fucking bad. At least I have my car. There might be some blood at the front, but ignore that.
There's a bit of entrails on your left bumper.
It's also,
but that's the way it is, I suppose.
It's green colored blood, by the way. I hit Noxie with my car.
No.
I'm sorry, Noxie. Your green colors blended in perfectly with the snow. Your bright neon green. Look at the way you massacred my boy. He was my mate 2 days ago. Looks like we're not being followed. We'll continue onward. Are you sure it's the secret? I probably would have found this place because it has a giant aephorite in the middle of the map. Here, what's this? I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before, only out of desire to remain undiscovered, and that it's still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontation. Keep following the railway. Fucking bastard. Please stop calling me that, you're making me sad.
Well, I don't think he likes you.
Ugh. Follow the railway. Whoop. Alright, I need something to ride the railway with. This'll do. Playing some sick ass synth music as we're blasting down the railway.
With your little piggy. Run, piggy, run! It's a good ass piggy.
What would
Where'd you
happen if
get
you
it, by
run
the way?
someone over with a pig? Huh? What?
Where'd you get it?
One of the Shadowbringers tribe quests.
Oh. Well, you know, the usual. Broken bones, dislocated, decimated, blood everywhere.
These guys are a little tentacly. They don't have a head anymore, they're just old tentacles. Look at what they become! You just still stand there and claim that they can be cured. Those exposed to a vast quantity of Primal's Aether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Ah, see? There you admit it. Now you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure, fucking hack.
Ooh.
They do. I'm gonna cry. At least I... No, Noxie, no! It's not true, it's not.
It is pretty smelly.
No, no! Alright, we're almost there. You have to keep your side of the agreement, so I'll keep mine this way. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I'll be with you soon. So wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. And I mean it. Fucking wait for me. If you're not there when I come back, I'm going to kill the both of you. Ooh. I love the immediate change of vibe walking down this place. This is like the dirtiest subway I've ever seen. I kind of love how modern Garlean stuff is. I hear on the radio, they're playing the Emperor's theme. Fucking, let me have the A for,
We're all hoping.
Plain to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Jules was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must all be exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Alright, you fucking brats. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guests, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive, over there. Right, that one. Bam, ba da ba bam, bam, bam.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna stare at this wall, fucking brats.
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Ooh.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable.
Have a good night, yeah.
Goodbye.
We'll be stopping soon too, I think.
Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall, Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ?
It's literally because
we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not.
Because several of the people that would try to claim to, you know, save an area and stuff like that are literally fucking evil. Not in a subjective kind of way. They are really just torture kids level of evil.
Like, here, have a gun and shoot your parents with it, evil.
Yes.
It's simple.
Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils.
There was this one man who
That
turned
is
a bunch
why
of
we
people into
Garleans
goo.
will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope.
There was a man who tried turning, like he wanted his super weapons to work, so he put a bunch of people in there to test it, and they all turned to goo.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, and that's because that man wanted to become the emperor of the empire.
It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
I could bench press this entire train. All right, I'll play along. I'll
We will
play
not
along.
resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
Oh, please, not the explosive head collars again.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful...
Oh, even better.
Stop. Keep away from that one.
I would break his arm if he
The
touched me.
champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Oh.
This is literally the reason why.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Jealous, mommy.
Oh, no, no, no.
You still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
I'm going to be very poetic right now.
Yes, do it! Do
On
the second one!
coldest, blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire.
Yeah! Good, that's that.
Oh.
No!
Oh.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
So, those times I called you a bitch, right? All water behind the bridge, right? And I just look at him. I raise my arm and I turn it slowly. Can I use this?
Aw.
I think now's a good time to stop. I'll just sit myself down right here. Comfy enough. Alright, let's see. Who's streaming? You know, let's go raid Bree, why not? Have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much for hanging out. We'll do some Voices of the Void tomorrow, hopefully. Yes, it's gonna be a spooky day. And I kind of want Noxie. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to see you play it too, Noxie. But, I also want to play it, so whatever.
Yeah.
Bye, Nox. Bye, everyone.
Bye, peeps.
Sniffle.
Was rating someone cap sensitive?
Kinda? I don't know.
Alright, there we go. Say hi to Bree for me. She is also stinky. Spread the stink.